Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today with an Empties. And today I have separated it into categories. So if you're only interested in the makeup or the hair or the skin or the supplements, I think that's all my categories. I'm going to have those categorized down below. And I'm going to jump right into this. And I'm going to let's start with makeup because I have got quite a bit of makeup empties. And I'm going to start with one I'm not quite finished with yet, but I've only got like 3 days. And I don't want to forget how this functions so that I can tell you about it. It is a good full cover, medium to full, very easy to get full, luminous, like a velvety, luminous, creamy finish on this. I find it blurring, and it's very, very nice. I love this. I have a backup over here, so I've already replaced it. This was what I picked to use when I was on a trip. I had left it, and this is what I replaced. So I love that. If you want a good luminous finish with a good medium to full cover, I don't think you can really go wrong with that. The Found Sealer, did I even say what it is? It's the Tarte Found Sealer. I also finished the Givenchy Tint Couture Everwear. This was like a month or a month and a half ago, and it didn't make it in my last empties. This is beautiful. This might be my, if I could only have one, my forever true love foundation. This is so perfect for me because it's a matte, but it's got kind of a skin finish matte. It's not too flat, it's not too luminous, and I just find this to be pretty perfect for myself. It is a medium to full cover, nice and blurring, and I enjoyed this so much. I was really sorry when this ran out. I definitely will replace that one. Okay, then I ran out of a Dermablend Loose Setting Powder. I wasn't going to replace this because I have so many. I've got like 15 that I want to use up. I couldn't not replace this. I love it. It's just a clear, like a transparent white powder. It doesn't change my foundation except to set it and mattify it a little bit, but it doesn't change my color. It doesn't get cakey, and this is just, it's perfect. So it's perfect. And it's $26. It lasts a really long time. So it's not too pricey, kind of mid-range. I love my Dermablend. I ran out of my NYX HD powder, and I loved this. This is nice and blurring. I don't really think that there's any need to spend a lot on an HD powder. This one, the e.l.f., are both so nice at the drugstore for an HD. And they blur very, very much like the It Bye Bye Pores is what these kind of remind me of. So yeah, I loved this. I didn't replace it because I'm using up so many. I also went through a Pat McGrath powder. I've really been focusing on my use-ups, y'all. My Pat McGrath blurring powder, I will replace this probably, maybe, but I haven't. Once I started focusing on it, this went pretty quick. I use it under my eyes. I used it all over my face. And just like the NYX HD and this, it's very blurring. It's just a nice blurring powder. This one's smaller. It is domed, so it lasted a decent amount of time. But if this was my only and I was using it every day, it wouldn't last very long. So I don't know if I'll replace it or not. I sure did love it. So maybe in a sale, I might. Then I went through a Benefit Boing. This is not even available anymore, but I'm showing it because the industrial strength is for sale, and I would try that. I'm linking it down below. I would try it. I liked this. I would dip my brush in this and my MAC Studio Fix or Studio Finish concealer, and I don't know, I like the mix of these. You don't really need to do that, but I enjoyed doing it, and I'm not replacing it right now because I have a drawer full of concealers and color correctors, so not yet. Right now I'm using up a Pixie by Petra that I heard about from Ellis for Living, and I really like that too. It's a little bit more moisturizing. I mix it with my MAC, and I really like that. So I haven't yet, but I like the Boing. I do like it. Then I went through a L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base. This is like a million other primers that I have that I just like because they just make my skin look more blurred and more perfected before I put on my foundation. I really like this a lot, but I do not like the container of this. I can't believe I used it all up. I didn't use it all up. I think I gave up on it because of the container. And I have so many over here that are easier to dig out. So I guess I'm giving up on this one. I don't want to dig it out. So, yeah, but I do like it. But I just can't really hang with that jar, I guess. You know, I like a pump. Then I went through a Milani Rose Butter. And this is kind of like the... What do I have over there? Hang on. I can't remember the name of it. It's kind of like the Laneige. It's very much like the Laneige. And I thought the scent of this was lovely. It's a very light rose. Yes. And it's just like a tea rose. And I liked it as much as the Laneige. So I really liked this. I think that it comes out gram for gram or ounce for ounce about the same price as the Laneige. You know, it's like half the size. So, but I did like it. Okay, then I went through two concealers, and they're both Maybelline. I went through an Age Rewind over and over. I would buy this. I love this for a color corrector. This is probably what I'll stick with. When I'm out of all my other color correctors, this is what I'll go back to. It is as beautiful as anything I have ever used. And every time I use it, I'm like, why do I stray from that? It's beautiful. And then the Maybelline Superstay. And I love this. I used to use this under anything else I used. And then I kind of got away from it. And I'm not missing it. So I'm not replacing it. I'm not replacing any of my concealers right now. So no, but this is great. It runs out fast. Both of these do. These both run out so fast that they end up being as expensive as something upper end, honestly. But they're so good. They're as good as anything upper end. But no, I'm not replacing the Superstay right now. But it's also really good. So if you're looking for a drugstore concealer, either one of those are great. Okay, and now let's do skincare. I went through a Hada Labo cleansing oil, and I love this. This is my go-to that I seem to be sticking with. I tried is it DNC? I'll put it right here. That one was a little thick for me, but I love the Hada Labo. It gets everything off. There's no scent. The only other one I think compares to that is the Burt's Bees. I really like the Burt's Bees cleansing oil. So I would use that one too, but I did replace that. Okay, I've never talked about this with y'all. I heard about this on Pensmith Skincare. It's the Emapel Serum. Emapel is supposed to replace estrogen, I think. If you're in menopause, this is supposed to be really good for your skin. I really enjoyed this, but I will tell y'all, it is pricey. Like maybe $175 for this. And I just was like, I'm just going to splurge. I bought this and the cream, and they're both expensive. I have not replaced this, and I don't know if I will. I don't know. I guess when I run out of both, if my skin gets bad, goes downhill, I'll replace it. You might research it. That's what I would say about that. Is that you might research it, see if you think it's worth the risk. I enjoyed it a lot. But I don't know if I'll keep going back to it. I went through an Obagi Gentle Cleanser, and I really love this. I will not replace it, I don't think, because the Burt's Bees Gentle Foaming Cleanser, I love. It gets everything off. It doesn't strip my skin. And I think this was close to $50. Now, it lasts a long time, but when I like Burt's Bees, I probably will at some point get another one of those, but I'm not going to right now. I'm going to use my Burt's Bees. I went through an Osmosis Stem Factor Growth Serum, and I did replace this. I don't know if it's doing anything, but I like the idea of being on a growth factor, and I like this one because this lasts quite a while. I use this once a day, and it lasts me a good little while, a couple of months, maybe 2 to 3 months. So I'll keep replacing that. I like the idea of being on it, but I don't know if it's doing anything. I hope so. Then I went through a Zeo Skin Health Exfoliating Cleanser, and I did not like this. The little beads, I had to wash and wash and wash to get them off, and those are not exfoliating. They're not. I like a little nebby washcloth like Mary Ellen always talks about. But these little beads, I don't see that they could do that much serious exfoliating. So I found that annoying. That cleanser annoyed me, and I was really glad when it ran out. I went through a Derma E DMAE toner. I really liked this a lot, and the DMAE in it, you know, it's supposed to be firming. I love the ingredients in DMAE products. They're lovely. They always have nice ingredients. I love this brand. I would replace it, but I haven't. But I might. More than anything for a toner, I like my Thayer's Rose Toner, and I like my Clinique Clarifying Lotion number 2. But occasionally I like to put a DMAE on just to firm. I went through a Zeo Skin Health SPF. This is so pretty. It makes my skin look like I have a primer on it. It feels good. If you don't mind spending more on an SPF, this was nice. After I have laser treatments, I still get my skin tight. Like I'll go in every 3 months for that. This is what she always uses right before I leave. And I'm like, that feels so good. And it makes my skin just glow. Of course, I've just had laser too. But even at home, when I put this on, I really do highly recommend that SPF. I haven't replaced it because I just don't want to spend that much. I sound really cheap today, but I just have so much in backup. What am I using right now? Dermatology. And I love that too. And I love my Nivea, you know, so I just haven't, but I would. Then I went through a Zeo Skin Health Radical Night Repair. Yes. This is so active, y'all. When I first started using this, my skin didn't peel all the time. Now, I have to dilute this down. I don't know what's going on. Every time I use this, I get a peel. And I did a whole video on how to get a peel with this. I don't have to do anything anymore. It's like the more I use it, the peelier I get. So I use this and my Embryolisse. It's a... I thought I had an empty of that, but I guess not. It's my Embryolisse moisturizer. I mixed this with that, and I love it. And it keeps, y'all, if I didn't have makeup on right now in the mornings and at night, when I wash my face is beet red like I'm on tretinoin, which I love. I like to be active. But I put 1 pump of this with some moisturizer, and I'm still always peeling. I love this. It's very pricey, but I can't do tretinoin. It hurts my eyes, so I will never use tretinoin again. So if you also, for one reason or another, can't use tretinoin and you just have to use the retinols, this is a great one. It's the Ordinary Niacinamide. I have replaced it. It's not here yet. I'm ordering a 2 ounce. They have this in the 2 ounce now, and I don't know if it does anything, but it's a vitamin B. So I like the idea of using it, and I like to mix this with a lot of things, mostly for my face, but I should start doing it for my body. I like to mix this with a Lancome serum to put more of it in there, the Visionaire or the Genifique. I like this with my Embryolisse. I like this anywhere. I like to use a niacinamide. And then I went through a Biore UV. This is so nice, especially for travel. Not very expensive. It reminds me of the Nivea Sun Protect Water Gel. And I like this for travel, but I didn't replace it. I'm not really replacing much right now because I have so much. Again, I'm using the Dermatology SPF right now, and I love it. I really love that. All right, then I'm going to do some hair. Okay, I went through a Rogaine. I have recently started using the Rogaine. I know Ms. Melissa likes this. Ellis for Living is using this. And I thought, I need to pick that up and try it. And I love it. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but my hair has been growing like a weed. And it's got to be this, because this is the only different thing I did. I hope it's getting thicker. It's definitely getting longer. Definitely. And I love it. So I dermaroll like once a week on my scalp with a 1.0. Put this on, and I love that. I went through Nioxin. I usually have one of these in here, and I just use these on my scalp. I use the shampoo and the conditioner on my scalp, and I let the conditioner sit on there, and then through the ends of my hair, Well, I use the shampoo all over. I use the conditioner just on my scalp, and then I put the Miracle Volume by Aussie on the rest of my hair. And this is my favorite. I never don't replace that. I love it. And then I went through a John Frieda Luxurious Volume Mousse. This is my one and only. It's my true love. I love this. It really does give me great volume on my hair. And then I just have a couple of supplements, and we're almost done. I hope I'm not running too long. Okay, I went through a zinc and quercetin, and I love this. Everybody in my house had COVID over the holidays, and I did not get it. And one of you girls told me about this, and I am so grateful. It's zinc and quercetin, and these are both supposed to be great for not getting sick. So I love that. Then I went through 2 sinus medications, and I replaced one and not the other. I did not replace my Sinotrol. I do love this, but it's a very pricey, like maybe $50 a bottle, and I take 3 of these a day when I'm taking them. Well, my mom and my sister just told me about NaturBio Allergy and Sinus. This works just as good, and it's so inexpensive. I will tell you, for the longest time, I was swallowing these with water. You chew them. Just realized, but they were working. But you do chew these 2 at a time. They're great. So I have some bottles of this still, and it is fabulous. I would try this first. It is amazing. I love it. And then I went through 2 Trader Joe's nutritional yeast that Ellis for a Living told me about. And I love these because they are B vitamins. And they make me feel relaxed. When I remember, I eat this at night, just straight off the spoon. And I love it. It kind of calms everything down, kind of relaxes my muscles. So I love this. This and magnesium at bedtime will really relax you. All right, and that is all of my empties. Y'all definitely down below let me know anything that you are loving that you think I need to pick up. And that's all I have for you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.